Yeah, so yeah, absolutely. That's what I found. What I found with this song, right? So, rock and roll radio. So, ever since that cursed thing I was mucking around with, and it had that weird reverse in the towards the end of the intro in there. And I think the balance of all the audio, the volume's gone out a bit. So I'm like, fucking sitting there going, fucking hell. So I've learned basically next time I'm going to do. So I'm doing this other way, which is an easier way to have backups within the same file. But actually edited the base file rather than the edits.
Yeah, right.
The saved ones. So what I'm going to do for each future ones, I'm just going to create backups like I used to. I used to do like a full backup and I didn't touch that file. I was like, do my static mix, which is the volume and the panning. And then I save a copy, and that's go sit there in the archive, and I don't touch it again unless I need it. And then I work on this one,
right.
And then if something fucks up, I can go back to the other one and grab it.
Yeah.
So I haven't done that with this.
Because when Adam came over, AJ Steele, when he came over, and then he's been working for been working for probably a whole month, 6 weeks on the production mix on this new song.
Yeah.
And then I said, I think that's. It's real simple what I say. I said, I don't think that snare drum's loud enough.
Yeah.
I said, what are you talking about? I've sent it off to Jack.
Yeah.
The bear. I said, well, could you postpone it?
Yeah.
He goes, all right. So he got in and he listened to it at home and he scratched his head. He goes, oh, shit.
Yeah.
So all he has to do was there's a couple of things he goes to, because the snare was too loud. It was affecting you couldn't hear everything he was saying.
Yeah.
I said, it doesn't matter if you can't hear every word you're saying. It's rock and roll. It's pretty loud. But have it clear.
Yeah.
But sometimes you hear songs and you think, well, what did he say there?
Yeah,
If the snare's punching like that, you'll get everything else, it'll punch through.
Punch through with it. Yeah, so I think, because there's one of those channels I watch, the Band Guide, he mixes kind of like what AJ Steele's songs are like, so there's more that poppy sort of style. Yeah. And whenever he does his tutorials, he always talks about getting the vocals to cut through the mix. And it's almost like, to me, the detriment of the drums. Yeah. Where I'm the opposite. I'm like, it doesn't matter, same for you. Yeah. I don't matter if you lose some of the vocals, because it's more about the vibe, and I want that heartbeat in there. Well, so we're probably different.
Yeah, I said to him, look, if you pulled the bass guitar back, don't have it so, like I said before, doing the bass, right? The best sound I've ever heard was, which one of my favourites is from Thin Lizzy, the old Thin Lizzy, and the Police. The bass guitar on the Police is so clear, crystal clear.
Yeah,
it's like a piano.
Yeah,
and there's no some pillowy shit. Yeah. And I said, don't worry too much about the bass. Let the bass play. Yeah, because when I was years ago, a long time ago now, 40 years ago, when I was playing with some dudes, this guy, Nick was his name. He had a really great, crystal clear bass guitar sound. It sounded like a piano, a deep piano. Yeah. And you could hear everything he was playing. Even though, when you hit the frets, the moving, sometimes you can hear a little fret. Yeah. And I said, that's so natural. Yeah. AJ's got this new song, Where Is the Love? Yeah. And it's bloody good. Yeah. Like, it's good it's awesome what he's done. Not good, but it's awesome. Yeah. But I said, he was a bit worried about the bass conflicting with the bass drum.
That's the challenge, right?
And I said, well, the bass drum, because his is more production, where ours is more rock and roll. He's easier mixes, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of straightforward. This is probably the most difficult one I've done, in terms of effects and everything. But
it's that kind of song.
It's funny because it's hard to say without knowing what AJ Steele does and without mixing that style. Because I've got editing is always a form of art as well. Like I've got my own way of doing it, and I can't hear it any other way. So it's hard for me to envision what he might do. Yeah. But for me, the bass. So I figured out in this song was. I think it was, this is going back, I don't think I did it as a video, I think I sent you a big novel to read, but I think it was basically, to get what I missed out on Icebreaker was, I had the volume right, but the frequencies I lost, it was too busy competing with the bass drum. Yeah. So what I did was, in this one, is I think I dropped the mids, and I think I boosted the sub-frequencies and the brightness, so the top sort of end, the top and the bottom, and that seemed to fix it. It wasn't competing anymore with the bass, the kick drum.
And I mean, what we're doing is really, it's really like two different worlds for me.
Yeah, very much are.
Like I have to think, okay, now AJ, he does everything, AJ Steele. He does, all the production and everything, and he's got to a certain point where we sent it to Jason Bond, and Bondy listened to it, and then the feedback we got from this one was, not bad, guys, 3.44. You know, you've got to fix the blah blah blah.
Out of 5.
No, in the song.
Gotcha. Yep.
At 3 minutes
44. Yeah.
Just fix this little thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised they didn't bring up the snare drum.
Yeah. Okay.
Because Bondi, he's a drum guy.
Yeah. Right.
So he knows his.
That's
drum.
Interesting.
So he missed that, but I picked it up and I thought, well,
there you go. Still got something going.
I'm not, too bad. And then but when AJ finishes, because he's people got to say, oh look, he's got to go to work. He comes home. He's got his kid.
Yeah.
He's got his missus.
Yeah.
And then when everything's cool and everyone's had their basketball lessons and things, and then he comes and does it and quickly sits there and goes, "What do you think of this? What do you think of this?"
Bash that out,
like a mad scientist. I go, "Yeah, well, the snare drum's shit."
He's
what are you talking about? I said, "Well, you asked me. I didn't want to know."
Yeah. So go back. Yeah.
And then he goes back, but it's about that far away. But every time you do something, you're getting a little percentage better.
I think, It's for me at the moment. I think it's actually quite big gains, especially in this mix.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to get to the point where it's up to with AJ's level of his, because he does really good production.
Yeah.
I'll get to that level and it'll be the same thing. I'll be like splitting hairs over things.
Yeah, but that's right.
I'm like that snare hit before. Actually, we'll listen to it now and see if you can pick it up. Hopefully, this will be loud enough. Oh, that worked. No? Shit soundbar. But yeah, this is with a very little reverb on it. Don't think I've got any reverb here. Oh no, it's got reverb on there. There's a bit of a. You hear the sound. It's all around. It's not a great soundbar. Like it's just shit quality. It sounds better through headphones.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'll just do the start again because I didn't have it quite low before.
That's great. Yeah, that's it. It comes up later too, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I've only done it there yet. I haven't gone to the other. Yeah, I think if I go. Wait. Back here. I can't remember what it was. Wait. Yeah, so I haven't put it there yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but the start was at least.
That's it.
That sounds pretty good.
That's great. Yeah.
And there's the sound better on headphones.
Yeah.
It's just I really don't like the soundbar in terms of for audio quality.
It's a bit bassy, isn't it?
It's just too. Yeah, that's what they do. The cheap ones, you notice they boost the bass way too much. Where the good quality ones, they can get really loud, but they're really clear.
No, that's exactly what we wanted.
Yeah.
That started that.
So I'm pretty happy with that. So that took me, 2 days because I was mucking around. Because I thought I'd start with one thing. Again, it's learning. I started with. What did I do? I took a sample from the original snare, but it was too noisy. There's too much bleed. So then I did a general reverb on the entire kit. I'm like, well, then when it's trying to reverse it, it still sounds messy. So I went back to just using a sample and reversed the sample. Had one of those facepalm moments when I realized I was trying to do. Because I had to convert it to MIDI. So computer file, and then I had to turn it back into audio file, so the waveform like you see there, then do a reverse, and then line it up, and then I put the reverb on those, that took a bit to get my head around, just because I couldn't quite fit where the reverb was going to go and where the reverse was going to go. Yeah. Was it the reverb first, or was it the reverse first? Turns out it was reverse first, then the reverb.
Well, it sounds pretty close.
It's close. So then now I'm like, next thing I need to put that all on there, so I'll try and do that tonight, and then I've got to do the entire kit. In terms of a reverb, get that spacey sort of a sound, but not too much. Like you hear in Photograph, I like how they do that. It's really subtle. The intro's got the reverb, and then it sort of goes, it's fed back again. So I'm going to do that.
Yeah, that's good because you got the overhead. The overhead is capturing everything really.
And that's what I'm thinking. I might do the actual reverb on the overheads
because that's that old miking. I think next time we might use that real good. AJ's.
I want to try that.
Yeah, it's a beautiful mic.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
there's $3.5 grand for that, so it comes out really nice, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they're the overheads. Again, it takes forever to turn up. Stop.
Hear that?
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful sound.
Yeah. And if we put in
and that's just the overhead.
Yeah. So then if we put in the rest, oops, crash. Actually, I'll go out of those. Just do the drums. And that's with the that's with me mixing. So that's putting compression on the done parallel compression on the kick and the snare. And I've got the sample in there, of course. So I think if I mute the sample, so it takes a little bit of it away.
Yeah.
But I have to audio balance that again. I think.
Oh, that'll be great.
Yeah.
No problem with that.
Yeah. So if I talk,
it's got a woody snare sound, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's just the overheads. That's the sound of the kit. This is
hear that snare?
Oh, wait to go back.
The overheads?
Yeah.
It's got the snare in it.
Yeah.
You know, you can really hear it.
Yeah.
So that'll be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah,
it's a good song, a really good song, you know.
I'll tell you what, I've been floating around in my head with Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Constantly having it in my head. I'm like,
that's a catch.
I can't wait to put that together.
That's going to be a great one, that one.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just, you know what you usually do, where you come up for your riffs, you put them together, put a click track down and send it. And
that's what, we'll do, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm going to do a little bit of arranging. I think we try and work on that a little bit too before we lock it in.
Yeah.
Like instead of me just sending you, go, oh, that's it, I'll do that, and it's done. We might go
just a little bit, and then
we'll do it. We'll do the song, the first draft, and go, are we happy with it? Do we want to put a break here? Do we want to put a blah blah blah?
All I know is that when I'm listening to some of those kind of songs like that, they've got these really, because the chorus is catchy. You'll never have a Lamborghini idea. They have catches on other things. They have really nice, distinct, things on drums or guitars.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you're not singing, then that part's singing.
Yeah, well, like that.
That's it.
That's like it's that tension and release thing.
Right,
like where's it going from here? So that's why I've got with that because when we originally sat down, I think we put it together in like 15 minutes at the beginning originally, but then I was like, it's still missing something. That's where I put in that
and I don't really know what I'm playing. I haven't figured that out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, because you don't know what I've
no, that's right.
So once you hear it, hopefully you'll go, oh yes, or that doesn't work.
And we've got a lot of cool things to do vocally, like when it's almost like the public are saying, "You'll never have a Lamborghini. Get back to work."
Yeah, you know? Get back to work.
But you're going, but I can't start dreaming.
Yeah,
you know, that's the kind of And then when they say, hey, that's people saying, hey, get off my back, get off my back, you know.
I was thinking there's this one song, so if I do, oops, sound is here, yep, I'll stop complaining, yeah. So if I do, what's it called?
Don't post that yet, actually, because someone might grab that.
No, that's fine, I don't think I will. I'll mute it. I was thinking with the, having a little bit of almost tongue-in-cheek in terms of the vocals in it, so it's, what was I need to get the lyrics up now. I've forgotten it off the top of my head. There's a little green man somewhere and clean floors. Get off my back. You don't know. Never have. I think it's You think I'm nothing special, but that's all right. Kind of like Zeppelin. But then there's like this line from this song. So if I go I'll just play a little bit so you get context. This is a Darkness song.
Yeah.
But his vocals sort of.
Great riff.
Oh, it's a great. It's got that push and pull to that as well. Yeah. But I think here we go. Just a bit. Like that. So I was thinking of doing something like that.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. It's kind of like if you hit, it's a bit funny too. Like when you hear what's going, the idea of it.
Yeah.
But the job I had.
Yeah.
And I was cleaning, and then the foreman was a real prick, you know, and he come over and they had that Lamborghini in the foyer of the big supermarket.
That's right, yeah.
Massive shopping centre, actually.
Yeah.
And the doors were up and that, and I'm just standing there on my broom.
Staring at it, daydreaming.
Whoa. And then this little prick comes past and he goes, "You'll never have that." And I wanted to throw my broom at them. I said, "You'll never have a good set of hair either. Look at your hair. Where's your hair gone?" That's why I said, you know, but the rug looks good.
Yeah. You do the George just stands there like he walks away and then you remember you come back. Wait, the drugstore closed, running out of you.
I should have said that.
Yeah.
"You'll never have a Lamborghini. That's what he said to me." You also almost have that in your...
Cut.